I wrote down words that no one read. Then I scrawled them on my skin, carved scars into weathered walls, and still eyes failed to take it in. And I learned when I whispered, no one listened, so I couldn't suppress my throat as it started to shout it. So now I stand straight and scream it out, and you cannot help but hear it. Look, I spent a lifetime swallowing razor blades, and they melted in the furnace of my solar plexus, stored them stacked inside my chest, and spat them out as bullets. When I was young, I thought I could and would be everything. Adulthood's still a vague, unformed idea, but it looked like it could be pretty interesting. Dreaming in a childhood haze of long summer days, and the thing was, I believed in them. These days, I wake up drowned in darkness, and somehow I find I'm 25. I gaze into the mirror and my eyes meet a stranger. I have to go within to try and find the child inside. And I'm no longer in that body that allowed me once to run naked and free. And I stare at my scars in stunned disbelief, trying to convince myself that this person I see is really me. But it's like I'm looking at someone else's arms, peering into someone else's face, and I don't know where that kid has gone or why she left this in its place. Hell, I know that I go deeper than many people are willing to go. And I know I've been known to dwell in darkness much longer than most people can cope. And I feel these fierce flickering flames sparking just under this surface skin. And I know people can flee from me with scalded fingers if they ever attempt to get in. And I know I can be so fucking intense and self-obsessed and self-absorbed while I'm clawing up words with hands worked to raw, filling fistful of self-consumed sentences that just keep spilling and filling up pages and pages. And I know that when I try and tell jokes, there aren't often that many that get it, because they distort and contort in my throat and come out all dark and dangerous. But I know now that this is me, and it's your right to accept it or reject it. But if I've learned just one of life's lessons so far, is that I'm no longer willing to hate it. And even if no one really hears the words, at least someone may hear the sound of these landsliding sentences that echo through places, slicing the air and pounding the ground. And I know that I am lucky. And I know that I am blessed, that I've clawed myself out from under heaps of rubble that millions haven't managed yet. And really, I don't know if I could have done it without the helping hands of friends. And sometimes my heart is filled so full it hurts because I'm just so fucking thankful to them. So this goes out to all of you who've ever been pained by my flames. For all who allowed the beast within me to roar and never attempted to make it tame. For all of you who dared to delve, who endured the singed skin and the pain, who witnessed the recklessly wild in me and never tried to keep it caged. You know, I spent a lifetime swallowing razor blades, and they melted in the furnace of my solar plexus, stored them stacked inside my chest, and spat them out as bullets. And I know now that this is me, and it's your right to accept it or reject it. But if I've learned just one of life's lessons so far, is that I'm no longer willing to hate it. Yeah! I'm used to just fucking exploding and then getting off and off on another So this is nowhere near the best thing I've ever written, but the woman it's about is a beautiful, beautiful person, and the last time I spoke to her, she's half a world away and she's in a lot of trouble, and I would like to do this for her. I was a wandering woman, wishing to wonder at the world, seeking an uncertain something, to see sights that memory hadn't blurred. So with my skin of scarred on stories and my eyes grown tired by tears, I could leave everything but myself behind. So I left in my flesh to find myself here. And from somewhere in all the chaos spun a woman with a heart of sparks, leaving those little lights left lingering in the skin of all those she touched. I met myself a crazy girl. In her heart she holds the world. Her hand it itches for the needle. In my heart I'm holding her. She carries sunlight in her skin. and so many have been warmed by those flames. It spilled light into the shadows of my old abandoned ways. She taught me tears can refract into rainbows, and the child within me was not gone but asleep, and I don't have to whisper the words of my soul song, that I can shout them aloud out of key. I met myself a crazy girl. In her heart she holds the world. Her hand, it itches for the needle. In my heart I'm holding her. However strong your shoulders have grown, the pains of this world can still dig into skin. Easy enough to soften the sharp sides of life. But then what is life without living? Don't hide yourself away, wild one. The world is bright and strange. Dimming its light means dimming yours too, and everyone your light touches is changed. Them all, they called us crazy. I call it pure and free. But if dancing naked in the rain is crazy, then that's where I want to be. If only I could hold you up a glass, show you the you that others see. You say I rescued you, my friend, but I think you also rescued me. I met myself a crazy girl. In her heart she holds the world. Her hand, it itches for the needle, and in my heart I'm holding her.
Yeah.
Oh, right, sorry, can someone pass me some water? How long have I got?
You've got another 3 minutes, my dear.
Awesome, right. Okay, so, at least one of you here has heard this before, but here you go. You're going to have it again. Each knight has a voice at the round table. Each knight has a sword at his belt, while the ladies in waiting are waiting to see which hand they're dealt. And I'm counting all the times you cried to me you hate it. You've got no right to criticise if you're not willing to change it. There's nothing courageous about the diminishing innocence of what happens in this world if you watch us walk the path barefoot, while you complain about your shoes. Things really started looking up when I realised I was so far down. Things really started changing when you were not around. Things are really so much calmer without you there to fight. Things are really so much brighter without you standing in my light. So why do I manipulate each conversation? Bring the subject round to you? Why is your face on each person everywhere I go? And why with each new victory do I think I've got to tell? Oh shit, yeah. You're not there. Each knight has a voice at the round table. Each knight has a sword at his belt, while the ladies in waiting are waiting to see which hand they're dealt. I saw a man high up in the sky, looking down, while people chanted, jump, jump, jump. I didn't hang around. I saw a man get stamped on, but I think he's still alive. When I left the station they told me they'd call me if he didn't survive. The policeman that took me down there said, ah well, he's got to have it. Less work for me if that one goes and we're down another addict. A friend I used to play with when I was a little girl got stabbed right in the stomach for wearing the wrong name on his shirt. There's something in me burning as I seek to blame in vain, but I'd set aside violence under the sun for holding hands in the rain. People are praying to the man in the sky, "O Lord, from this evil let us be delivered," while teenagers are slicing their wrists, spilling blood full of chemicals resembling our rivers. Some are living in mansions, and others whose roofs are the sky. The richest countries in the world still home to those with not enough to survive. Teens are displaying the latest fashion, wearing skin that's covered in scars, while people pray to the hole in the sky, "Oh, give us faster cars." I cave up, trying to please them, each group that I offend, because no matter what I do, there's still an us and them. I gave up trying to please you, come in conflict with a kiss, because when my mouth is on you, I can't be speaking this, because I've counted all the times you cried to me, you hate it, but you had no right to criticise if you weren't willing to change it. There's nothing courageous about the diminishing innocence of what happens in this world if you watch us walk the path barefoot, or you complain about your shoes. Each knight has a voice at the round table, and each knight has a sword at his belt, while the ladies in waiting, still waiting to see which hand they're dealt.
Right, before anything else, KK, go down.